Hey everyone, this is ImaDoinWat, and I'm doing what I want, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than I did last time. Okay, so this is going to be a new kind of thing. I'm just going to talk about something that I feel like needs to be talked about. A few things first. I know lighting is still bad. I actually had to shift my camera a little bit because I found that I have a bedside lamp that actually can light up my face a little bit more. Also, I am a little sick right now, which is why I haven't decided to put up any videos recently, because the audio is already bad enough. You don't need me to be sick. But, anyways, so this is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do, and, I spent, like, a while trying to figure out a way to look you guys in the eyes. I can't quite figure it out, but I'm just gonna try this. So anyways, I wanted to talk about something that I have been doing for years, but I hear a lot of hate about it. I haven't gotten, like, I haven't ever been bullied or anything about this, so I'm not, like, some terrified victim. But I have heard some bad things about people who write fan fiction. Fanfiction to me is a very important part of my life. It's always been an important part of my life. Since I was around 10, I started writing it for the first time. My first fanfiction I wrote was actually about Pokemon, and that's actually what started me writing. I used to be a really bad writer. Like, I've gone back and reread what I wrote the first time. It was the worst thing I'd ever read, and I've read a lot of bad things, no offense to some people on the internet, but anyways, I had like this system where I did not like the fact that I had to write said every single time somebody said something, and there was a lot of dialogue, so what I did instead was I actually wrote down a letter to represent each person and who was talking currently. It was a really bad system. I actually rewrote it. I rewrote a lot of it. I haven't rewritten all of it. It's about like halfway done. I haven't touched it for a while either. I remember there was like one part, there was like maybe about 20 words written about a scene, and I instead turned it into about 5 pages. So you can understand what has changed in this fanfiction and how much I have improved over the years because of it. Okay. Now, a lot of things I do not understand about people who hate fanfiction is why they hate fanfiction. They seem to think, I don't even know what they actually seem to think, they just don't seem to like fanfiction. I've never gotten a solid answer out of somebody to why they don't like it, but they just seem to think that it's some stupid thing that stupid fans do because they're stupid. Because, well, okay, I want to ask a question really fast. If writing something is stupid to represent how much you love a franchise, then wouldn't drawing something also be stupid? Like, I hear a lot of love about fan art, but I hear a lot of hate about fan fiction. So another major hate I seem to hear about fan fiction is that a lot of people seem to think that because you don't come up with the characters by yourself, and you only have 1 or 2 special scenes, you don't come up with it yourself, you're automatically not as good at writing. I don't find this true. When I was 10, do you think that I could have come up with an entire universe full of pixelated monsters, come up with names for hundreds of them, come up with moves, come up with a battle system, come up with characters? No. At the end of the day, when you really look at it, it is a stepping stone for people. I would have never gotten to the point where I wanted to write real books if I had never written fanfiction in the first place. Fanfiction to me is important because maybe I haven't created the characters like the real creators have, but I'm doing something for the franchise at the same time. I am showing my support, my love for that franchise. If I didn't love Pokemon, do you think I would have written a fanfiction about it? No. I take time out of my day to love a franchise and show my love through my words. And maybe you might think that's stupid. Maybe you think that it's a waste of my time. Well, you know what? It's not a waste of my time, not to me. It means something for me to go back and see what I've written, to see how I've changed, to see how I used to love a franchise so much more than I now do. It means something to me. As much as someone who draws fan art. It means something to people, and when you hate on it, you are hating on an art form. Maybe it's no Picasso, but, I mean, Do you have to play Mozart to play the piano? No. You can play anything to play the piano. You're supposed to have fun. This is my fun, and I don't want people hating on it anymore. You can keep your opinion, but you need to understand that this is my love, and that this is the love of other people too. You need to stop hating. I'm going to give you an example of one of the hates that I've heard about fanfiction. There's this great club in my school called Writer Circle. My friend introduced it to me, and I really like it. There are a lot of really nice people in Writer Circle, and I really appreciate how down to earth a lot of them are, and it's really nice, and a lot of them are really nice people. I'm not super close friends with any of them. I'm just friends with like one or two people in the club, but I do enjoy their company despite the fact I don't talk to them very often. But one day I was in there and I was writing my fanfiction because that's what I normally do in there. I like to take that time to write my fanfiction. And somebody new came in, and they were talking to one of the leaders of the group, and were actually saying stuff like, I don't know if I'm gonna fit in here, I don't know if I have the strength or something to be in the club, and I'm just thinking, he'll make it, it's fine. I mean, I'm not really adding much to the group, I'm just taking the time to listen to people and what they wrote throughout the day, and I'm taking the time to write my own fanfiction, and then the leader says, it's fine, we accept writing here, except for fanfiction. And the blow I felt, it was actually really hard. It takes a second to calm down. Anyways, I was shocked by this. I had never directly heard hate like that. It's like, this is a group of people who love writing, and they just hated on a form of writing. It was wrong, and I'm going to tell you exactly why I think it's wrong. First of all, if fan art is some great thing that proves that a show is getting the recognition that it deserves, then why isn't fanfiction the same? I write stories because I love the characters. I love to create my own ideas. It's where I can be free to be myself. And I'm free to even put in an original character every once in a while and just have fun with it. I love my writing. And you know what? It fixed me in so many ways. I represent different parts of myself in my writing. I have found different me's within the characters that I create, and I found myself. And writing itself has also upped my grades in school. I was a terrible writer, like I said before. My writing has skyrocketed since then. I used to get near D's in my classes, and that was the easy stuff. In like elementary school, I used to get D's in my English class, and I would fail all my spelling tests, and I had no idea how grammar worked. After writing fanfiction for years and years, I have improved so spectacularly that I'm actually thinking about writing real books now, that I'm thinking about creating my own characters. Because I love creating my own characters, I like making my own stories, but sometimes it takes people online to really bring that out of me, to really think of this new idea. I thought of a lot of great ideas because of people online, because they wrote this sentence in this way, and it's inspired me somehow. So, in order to keep writing this kind of stuff, I do need support, though, from the people around me, and I have created my own support. I'm sure I just missed the point there. I was just going on a tangent about. I might just add that in later. Insert clip now. Death is an inevitable fate that we all have to face one day. But anyways, I have created my own support. The people around me have actually started writing things because of me. I have talked about how much I love writing my stories to them, and I've read my stories out loud to them, and sometimes I would be met with a response of, hey Jackie, guess what? I decided to write my own fanfiction. Sorry, my throat's starting to hurt, so I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna take a slight break here. And by slight break, I mean I'm just gonna end the video right here. I might make a second part, I don't know. I doubt anyone really cares enough for me to make a second part. If you guys for some reason do, please subscribe, or don't subscribe. You don't really have to. You can just leave a comment, because I would really appreciate a comment for once. Please, maybe a like, anything from anyone, ever.